Hello everyone, welcome back to Neutralix. I'm your host cosolix. Today I'm telling you every Vivi combo you need to know for Brawlhalla. Let's get right into this. We're in training room. First thing we're going to do is switch the bot settings to control bot mode, put the bot in the center of the map, reset damage and position, go back to player mode, and then let's turn on damage on, stun on, hitbox is on, hurtbox is off, item spawning off. And let's start with the blasters. And before we start with the actual combos, I do want to say if you want to improve at Brawlhalla, you're going to want to subscribe here on Neutralix. This channel is made to help you improve at fighting games. We're focused on Brawlhalla right now. Multiverses is on the horizon. So if you want to improve at games in general, specifically Brawlhalla right now, please subscribe and check out our coaching. Link is down below, teamneutralix.com. Pinned in the comments, link is in the description. If you want some personal coaching from me or any of the other coaches here on Team Neutralix. Now let's get right into this. The first combo, and this is probably the most important combo of the video, is Vivi's true combo with a light attack. So downlight side sig, if you hit the downlight stack, this is a true combo, but it has to be like basically stacked. If you do it too far away, essentially that first hitbox won't land. So you can kind of see if I frame step this right here, there's this first little hitbox of the side sig right here. And see how it barely lands? So that means if the downlight picks up a little bit further away, it goes to 2 dodge frames, which is still pretty tight. So you're still going to want to know this combo. But yeah, it only works up until about 60. You can see I can maybe barely hit it there. I only hit it to 2 frames. But it has to be very stacked, this downlight. There we go. And if we go up to 70, you're going to see it's just 1 dodge frame. It's just a little bit, the downlight sends them a little too far away. So yeah, it's basically from 0 to 60. Oh, there we go. We hit it on 70. It's about an approximation. Just don't do it once they enter orange health. But if you hit it stacked, then it's still going to be like 1 dodge frame. It's a good option. And that is the most important combo in Vivi that you need to know. Now, the next combo is when their health is at like a 70 or whatever. And this combo works off basically, I think, every grounded light attack on blasters. If you downlight neutral sig, just needs to be a little bit later in health, it does connect, but more importantly, it catches jumps. So like if he jumps up, it's going to catch and even quicker there. And also with this neutral sig is it has so much momentum and it moves you really weirdly at the very end. You kind of like roll. So it's kind of a tough signature to punish for a lot of players. So this is a good option. Yeah, for downlight is one of them. For neutral light is another one of them. It's not going to pick up the jump on neutral light, but yeah, if you're like silver or gold or whatever and you hit this neutral light, you can probably end sig and that's going to work sometime. You can side light neutral sig as well. So all 3 of those kind of work later on. I would kind of more recommend just go for D-Light Stare and then go for a downlight recovery if that once they enter the red. There, you know, he's orange, that's not gonna hit. But if you do want just like, you know, quick, at least try and go for the signature because it sends at a great angle. And you have a lead, you can definitely go for it. It's a little bit like a Hail Mary in a way for some of these, but it's worth it. Again, if you have a lead, it can really take a set if you land one of these because they're in a really good position to like edge guard and whatnot, especially if it's like near the wall here. If I hit them near the wall, let's see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to follow this Sarah up with the side light. There we go. Look at that. Just killed, especially on the sides of the map. That end sig is super lethal. So yeah, it's not a bad combo. So that's kind of it with the blasters. The only other thing which you could do is like same thing, like a dare GCN sig. So like, let's say they're at like 110 or like 120, or I guess if they're going up, then that's fine. But yeah, let's say they don't dodge or whatever. It's kind of the same, right? Freaking instant recovery. There we go. See what I'm trying to say? So yeah, it works and whatnot, but 15 dodge frame, that's a lot of dodge frame. So I'd just be a little cautious, but it does shrink. So yeah, let's talk about the boots now. Boots, though, doesn't have many combos. I'm just going to warn you. So the first thing is basically every move into Boots neutral sig. The end sig is basically a light attack. I want you to treat this like a light attack. So essentially, you can kind of hit like any combo, and if it sets up near it, the reason why it's so good is it covers such a fast, or it covers a big area in a really fast way, right? So right now they're in red, so I wouldn't go for it here, but like let's say there, they're kind of stacked already on me. If I down light and then like dash forward. Do you see how they're in the center of me? When they're in the center like this, they could dodge to the left, they could dodge up, they could dodge to the right, and this hitbox is probably gonna hit them. The hitbox is so big that like if you're just in a good position that's like basically stacked and then you end sig, it's probably gonna hit. And I wouldn't be surprised if they actually buff Vivi as well. One thing you should probably know is the back kick, this initial kick, doesn't have a hitbox. That doesn't hit, which is kind of stupid. I'd expect this to hit, so I'd imagine in a future patch they're going to fix this. So essentially, you hit like any combo, and you're going to be able to like get options like that. Like it's going to cover such a big area. It might hit by the time you're watching this video. So I'd really just experiment with it, but it's a good option just kind of if you don't have a way to confirm extending on boots and you have a lead and you want to go for either a kill or like a gimp like that, you just go for an end sig. It's just super quick. And again, basically every boots attack that can put you near your opponent, which is almost all of them. Maybe not the side light, but if you hold the side light downwards, then you dash end sig. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, anything into end sig. I would go over more combos, but here's the thing. There's really not many combos with this character. The side sig isn't so bad, but there's a lot of startup. And this is a projectile sig. That's kind of like the point of it. It sends a little projectile. It's not like, you know, I could stare and try and side sig, but that's like 20 frames. Sure, it connects, and I could teach that, but it's not going to be like super useful. And it's no different with the down sig. The down sig actually has a good amount of startup, but same thing, it is stacked, so you could like do something like that at 13 frames. But the end sig is just going to be a bit quicker. It's going to have a bigger hitbox, less active frames, so it's harder to punish. Yeah, I don't think, like, I'll be completely honest, I don't think this character is broken. This is day one, and this is just my prediction, but a low defense character with, like, I don't know, the sigs are fine, but not a ton of combo sigs and whatnot. And the end sig has some weird hitboxing. She could very well be broken after they like buff her. But I wouldn't be expecting too many nerfs to this character. This is not a Tezca, this is not a Red Raptor. And you have basically Ada's stats. 5 defense. Yeah, you got 4 defense. At least it's low dex. The speed and attack is really nice. And then you just go defense stance, and that's basically perfect stats. So it's really not that bad. But yeah, I think Vivi's in a good spot. I do think Red Raptor 7... not Thea. I think Tezca, Red Raptor, Loki, and 7 are better characters personally, but I could be wrong. Subscribe to Team Neutralix and maybe follow us on Twitter and other Brawlhalla players on Team Neutralix on Twitter to kind of stay up to date if these characters are broken and whatnot. I tweeted about Vivi's hitboxing earlier, so check out my Twitter at cosolix. Link is not down below, but just search it up if you want to follow me there. And subscribe to Team Neutralix to improve at Brawlhalla more. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.